We had a 3-hour early release. We had a 3-hour delay. Alabama on the TV, Bachelor on the computer. That's just the way you gotta go when you need to watch both shows. Roll Tide. Good morning, guys. I really hate vlogging while driving, but I was super late this morning and just wanted to check in with you all. So the counties around us either have a 2-hour delay, no school, or they're dismissing early because of the weather. It is 22 degrees right now, but we're supposed to get some freezing rain later, and the 2 counties closest to us have early dismissals, so I'm wondering if we are going to get one. I guess we will see. But it is Monday, it is 7:19, and this is the earliest I have woken up in a very, very long time. So it was very difficult, but I made it, and I'm loving my new eyebrow product. I don't know if you can tell so well in the dark right now, but this is how I see people's eyebrows look, and I always want mine to look. So yeah, I will catch you guys later. So yes, I charged my camera. If you watched my previous vlog, you could tell that the audio isn't that great. The quality is great, but the audio is not. So I'm sorry. Looking in the viewfinder is the first time I see myself all day. My hair looks crazy. It's 11:30 and I'm vlogging. We had a 3-hour early release. It's supposed to freezing rain later, so we found out like this morning as soon as we got here, but as you saw I was a little late, and then I had morning duty, so I didn't have time to chat. But yes, so I'm gonna take advantage of this time and organize everything. But of course, you know, the first thing I'm gonna do is plug in my doorbell. First things first, it came with this sticky 3M back thing, so I stuck it on there, and I stuck a binder clip to it so that I could just binder clip it to my lanyard. But I was planning with the other math teachers, taking advantage of the time. It is 1 o'clock now, but we are being sent out of school for safety, so whatever. I'm gonna go home, grade some stuff, and enjoy this because I really, really needed this and really, really wanted this. So bless. I just got home, but I'm going to take advantage of this extra time. It is 1:30 and I'm going to head to the gym. So I have no excuse today. So I'm gonna go to the gym and then I'll catch back with you guys later so I can vlog some more and show you what I'm doing today. All right, so I just got back from the gym. My legs are super itchy because I like came in from the cold and they were in leggings and they were working and I haven't put lotion on them, and so I'm a little uncomfortable at the moment. But I did 25 minutes on the elliptical and that's it. I just started going back to the gym yesterday, which is awful. I was a gym rat in college. I think it's because in college, like, I didn't have to cook for myself. It was just so easy to go and pick up food, and I ate so healthy in college. And so the only things I had to worry about were going to class, getting my work done, and going to the gym. Like, those were my top priorities, and it was awesome. That went away, and now I have a lot more responsibilities. I've been really struggling to go to the gym, and I know this is a teacher vlog, but I mean real life of a teacher right here. My first year of teaching, I was still in grad school, so I literally had no time for anything. Like, going through school this year, I'm just like, how did I manage my life? Oh my goodness. But I think since I was so go, 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 I was just always busy, and so sitting down, relaxing was weird to me. And like now I just do that a lot and I take advantage of that, and it's not the best, and it hasn't been the best for me either. I wasn't going to tell you guys because I hate making a goal for myself and not accomplishing something. But I started Weight Watchers on Saturday. Basically what that means is I just pay $5, a little less than $5 a week to be able to use the app. In the past, I've like in high school, I used like knockoff app that like you could track points, but like there's no telling how legit that stuff was. But Weight Watchers has like points for almost every food you can think of, and they have recipes with the points already there. The app also has an activity tracker, so I'm supposed to get a certain number of points for the whole week, which I really like that, because in the past I'm like, well, how much am I really supposed to work out? And I think that's where I've struggled to find the balance. And with the points to track my activity, I know how much I need to work. So I'm really excited about that. That's why I've started going to the gym, you know, new year, new you. Yeah. But no, really, I just need to be healthier, and I've changed my diet. Basically at the start of the school year, I was drinking a breakfast essentials shake every morning because it's really difficult for me to eat breakfast at 5 a.m., 6 a.m. Like, I can't handle food that early. So, and being a teacher, I literally like, I don't have breaks throughout the day. I'm with my kids from the moment they enter my room until the moment they leave. I have to leave them in my room to go to the bathroom. It's not fun because we have enrichment all on one day. So I never have breaks like other teachers do. And I don't have duty-free lunch. That's a struggle. So meals at school are like usually quick things, but I've been eating like carrots and hummus like all year, vegetables and hummus and stuff, and cheese sticks and simple things for lunch. So I'm happy to say I have lost 10 pounds since the beginning of the school year by just changing my diet and watching more what I eat. So now I'm just trying to really get back to what I was in college. But I hope I can stick to it. I've committed to a month on the program, and I mean, I've said it before, like, I think tracking food is so silly. I'm like, if you know what you're eating, like, I don't understand why you need to write it down or put it in an app and like count calories and stuff, but like that's not what Weight Watchers is. I even got an email today and it was like, these 3 breakfast foods have the same amount of calories, but they're worth different points. It was like an oatmeal, an egg sandwich, and a donut. They were all worth, I mean, they all had the same amount of calories, but one was 2 points, one was 4 points, and one was 10 points. So they've basically done all the hard work for you. So it makes it really easy, and you can eat whatever you want. I think it just teaches you how to eat. There's a whole new program now where a lot of things are 0 points, like chicken and eggs and fish, and obviously mostly all vegetables and fruit and beans and nuts. And there's 0 points because those things are good for you. So basically it's teaching you to choose the right foods. I mean, it's only been 3 days, so that's my view on it. I'm working really hard because I've never actually like paid for a program. This will be interesting, but obviously I can make a whole separate video or keep including like what I'm eating and stuff in my vlogs. Let me know what you guys want from it. I think filming it too will help me stick to it even more. But yeah, I just have a hard-boiled egg with some sriracha right now because I love spicy food, and that's 0 points. So easy snack. But school-wise, what am I going to do right now? First thing I'm going to do is I'm really excited for my intervention time. We call it rhyme time. I had my one class, I still need my other class to do it, but I had my one class open a Google Doc. We use Google Classroom because they all have Chromebooks. So I set it up where they can open a Google Doc, and they each now have their own Google Doc that I can go into. So what I'm planning to do is go into that to tell them what they need to personally work on, because I'm tired of giving them busy work for the ones that I'm not pulling for small group. So I feel like if I work in advanced and I put on there like what IXL standards they should practice, or what math facts I want them to study like real quick and play a game with or something, like I could write on there what they personally need to work on. That way they can just come right back from lunch, because that's when, or whenever our rhyme time is, they can come in, open their Google Classroom, see what they need to do, and get right to work. It will be a time saver, so much more individualized, and I could really attack the standards that they personally are struggling with that way. Yeah, I'm excited for that. So I'm gonna go input that for my second block, because those are the kids that have set it up already, and then I have some quizzes to grade. So yeah, I will catch you guys in a little bit. It's a lot later. I didn't really vlog because I was doing things and then just enjoying my time off and relaxing. But right now the Alabama game is on and The Bachelor is on, so Alabama on the TV, Bachelor on the computer. That's just the way you gotta go when you need to watch both shows. So this is how I'm ending my night, and hopefully I will vlog some more tomorrow, but it will most likely be a full day. So at least I'm more ready than I was today, last night, whatever. Here we go. Good morning. It is currently 8:30. We had a 3-hour delay due to possible icy conditions on bridges. January is just getting better and better, guys. So yesterday, at least, I mean, I live a little bit away from my school, a few towns over, and did not, like, it rained here. It did not freezing rain here, but there definitely has been some ice on the road. I mean, since it's been so cold all last week, there have been, well, the roads are so cold. So nothing in the forecast was here. My phone was vibrating at like 5 a.m. and I thought it was my alarm, and then luckily I answered and found out I had a 3-hour delay. Now last week we had 2-hour delays and it was actually cold. This week it was like 40 degrees yesterday and we have a 3-hour delay. I mean, like, hey, I'll take it. So I slept until 8 o'clock. I'm not gonna know what a real schedule is. We haven't had science in 4 days, but that's fine, you know, at least we have time for math and reading. And I could just focus my mind on that right now. It's kind of nice. But this has to be the best January ever, because I've been at my school now for 3 years. The first year I was student teaching, and that January school was closed so much. There was a little bit of snow, and a little bit of snow in North Carolina causes several days that you can't come to school. So we missed a ton of school and we fell behind. And last year, a similar situation happened. We were off school a lot and we had to make up those days. Well, this year, there's no snow, but we're definitely catching a break with all these delays. I'm happy because I got to make breakfast. I made an omelet with red peppers, broccoli, chives, and hot sauce. All of that equates to 0 points on Weight Watchers, which is awesome. But like I said yesterday, it's teaching you the good things to eat. So I could have gone in early and took advantage of this time, but I clearly didn't. It's okay, I'll still be there early. A 3-hour delay means we will be starting at 10:45. So if I could leave in 10 minutes, that would be fantastic. So I'm gonna go finish getting ready and I'll see you guys at school. Great, so first things first today, I have, let's see. I have an hour and a half, which is awesome, before the kids arrive. So I'm going to set up this doorbell. The idea I had yesterday isn't working, so I'm going to take this sticky thing off, I guess, unless I can stick it to my lanyard. I don't know. It's kind of big though, so it'd be nicer if it hung down. A lot of people are telling me to do what Michelle did with the hand sanitizer holder, and I will probably end up doing that because that's just the easiest, most convenient thing. So I'm gonna set that up. Okay, so I'm limited to plugs in my classroom. This one plugs in my Chromebooks, but then my sharpener's also over here. So I'm just going to unplug my Chromebooks because they're plugged in all the time. As long as I plug them in after school, they should be good. So my sharpener's plugged in, and here is the doorbell. It's on the way opposite side of my classroom because there's no classrooms on this side of the wall, so I don't want to bother the classroom on the other side of the wall. So what you do is you, first of all, I'm gonna lower it. So it has 4 volumes. That's kind of pretty. I like that one. Nope. No. So I'm gonna go through and pick a jingle. All right, so for now, I've gone through the sounds like 5 times. I picked this one. And I believe that's on the highest volume. We'll see how that works today. Remember last week when I said I was going to clean up my snacks? Well, I just did it now. I got them all into this container. I just have a ton of unopened bags of pretzels and juice boxes. I guess I'll put that back up there. And then these are just plastic bags, which are always good to have. Next, I got a new student last week, and I need to start him off on his multiplication quizzes to see what he knows. I wanted to start him on 2s. I don't have any copies of 2s right now, so I'm just going to take this one, white out the 3s, and put a 2 and be done with it. So I am giving a division test on Thursday, so I have to go make copies of my study guide or make sure the copies are made. I don't know. We lost our assistant who made all our copies for us. She retired. She's been here for over 30 years. Most amazing woman ever. Her time had come to retire. So it's like hit or miss now if our copies are made, which is fine. And then I have to put it up on the board because I usually forget to tell the kids that they have a test or a quiz. So I need to write it up on the board so they're able to write it in their agenda and not forget. All right, so I have my copies for our study guide. It's just 10 questions of different things they may see on the test. We have prime, composite, factors, multiples, division, interpreting remainders, and multiplication. It's the end of the day, and today was actually awesome. Probably because I got to sleep in and drink all of my coffee before my kids came, and I had 5 absent from my homeroom. But they were just so well behaved. I finally got them super quiet in homeroom, which is a struggle for us, but I think that made a difference. Because since they were quietly working hard then, they were quiet throughout all class. So today was a really good day. We got a ton accomplished in our short amount of time, which is great. Tomorrow is Wednesday, enrichment day. Praying that there's no delays because I want my whole planning time. So I'm just grading their multiplication quizzes and putting the information down right now. And then I think I have to create a game I want to play tomorrow. I mean, I just have to copy it on construction paper. I'll show you paper. I will show you what that is. Finished grading quizzes that my kids retook. I think I've talked about this before. It was our multiples, factors, prime composite. I went ahead and retaught during our intervention time and gave my first block a whole new quiz that was very similar to the first one with different numbers. Some kids did a little bit better. A lot of them did immensely better, so that's good. A few of them scored like a 94 the first time and 97 the second time. Or no, like a 94 the first time and 89 the second time. So I just gave them the higher score since we did take 2 quizzes. So that's what I've been doing. It's 5:10 now, and I took a look at the test, our division test. It only has 1 multi-step word problem on it, which is not really good. See, 2 of us are new to 4th grade math this year, and so we're trying to figure out how we want to do things, but I believe we need to do a lot more multi-step problems. So we're going to start doing a multi-step problem of the week. They're going to get it on Monday, and intervention time, after they're done with their morning work, whenever they have extra time, they're going to pull it out and be able to work on it and work through it. And then we're going to check them on Friday, and if they get it right, we'll give them a sticker. Once they have so many stickers, they'll get a reward. So hopefully it's a good incentive for them to work hard on those problems, and they'll start seeing them a lot more because we haven't been pushing them as much as we need to be. The other 2 math teachers are doing a day on multi-step word problems, but I'm not going to do that because I'm giving my test a day earlier. And tomorrow, what I'm doing is another interpreting remainders activity, since that's still pretty fresh. We've been working on it for 3 days now, which will definitely be enough. Like, there's no reason to spend 4 days on interpreting remainders. The quarter is over next Friday, and I want to be done with area and perimeter by next Friday. That is my goal. I'm making that my goal, and I'm going to stick to it. So I'm going to give another test next Friday on area and perimeter. All right, so they have directions because I think this is part of Centers. It's from K through 5 Math Teaching Resources.com, and basically it's just a bunch of interpreting remainder task cards. So I'm going to print these on construction paper, and I'm going to put them out around the room and basically make a scoot for it, whatever you want to call it. So that'll get them up and moving, and it'll be something different, review, and yeah, that's what we are going to do tomorrow, along with going over the study guide. And I'm also going to be pulling groups while they're doing this. I'm not going to have it be like a timed thing, like you have this many minutes at each one, because I have so many different levels and it'll take some kids longer than others. So I am going to have them work at their own pace. If they finish, they can get on their Chromebooks to their Google Classroom, and that is where I have what that child specifically needs to be working on iExcel, our math technology program. What's cool about iExcel is if they get it wrong, it gives them an explanation of why they got it wrong. Now, a lot of kids don't sit there and read it, but some do. A lot of them come up to me and say, it says it's wrong, but my answer's right, without even looking at why. So yes. So I'm going to go print these really quick. It's nice because these are all interpreting remainders questions. That's going to be a big deal for this test. And most of my kids get it. A few of them are still like confused, but it's because they don't understand what they're solving for. A lot of them are having trouble with that. So I will probably actually start off class tomorrow with a word problem without the numbers in it. Someone gave me that suggestion on one of my old videos, so thank you so much. I wish I did it today, but you know, we've been so limited in time, and tomorrow's a short day too because they have enrichment all morning. So it's been difficult to get accomplished everything I want to, but today went so well that I'm in such a good mood. That's besides the point though. I think it'll help them if I give them a word problem. I can even do this in my small groups tomorrow because I'm planning on pulling small groups while they're doing this. So right now I am making a table to go with the Scoot. This is where they will show their work for tomorrow. It's weird on my new Dell because PowerPoint's layout is different on Microsoft computers. So it goes from A to P, the alphabet. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. 16 questions. So we will do a 4x4. And I love using PowerPoint for everything because there's so many more options when it comes to formatting. So like I said, this is weird because I'm not used to Microsoft PowerPoint. Okay, so I'm going to stretch it to fill the whole page. I will put a, let's see, like what? I don't understand this at all. This is just so much more complicated than a Mac, honestly. My Mac is at the front of my classroom, but it's plugged in to all my cords because that's what I use on my projector, so I don't feel like switching it. Line for their name. Tab, 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 tab. Line for their number, even though some of them still forget to put it. It's just easier for filing purposes. So then I'm going to print this, and I'm going to solve all the problems tonight, make myself an answer key. I will make copies of this right now before I leave, and it was that simple. So this is the lighting. Okay, this is what I ended up doing. I printed it on Astrobytes cardstock. Come on, lighting. So I have an orange, yellow, green, and pink. The colors mean nothing, it just makes it more exciting. I'm going to tape these around the classroom, and then the kids will use the table that I just made to show their work and put their answers. I stuck my doorbell remote, I just stuck it onto my lanyard and it stayed there all day, so we're just gonna leave it like that for now. It was really quiet. I mean, maybe that just means my kids are really loud, maybe I need to choose a different sound, but it was really quiet. And this morning I tested it and it was like, I didn't want it loud enough so you can hear it in the room next to me. Like, I went into my mentor's room and checked, and I had it on volume 3, but then you couldn't hear it when the kids were in here, so I put it on volume 4 and it was still very faint. So I probably need to pick a different sound, but I don't want it to bother her classroom. But I won't use it that much and it won't be that quiet when things are happening, so I think it'll be okay. So I'll probably try a different sound tomorrow, but I think it's worked better than any call and response I've used before. Maybe it's because my kids were super well behaved today, especially in my block 1. They were awesome, but it worked really well. So I'm excited. Let me print this and make my copies. I am taking one of the Scoot answer sheet pages home so I can make an answer key. I'm taking the normal copy of the questions so I could do that. I'm also taking home our morning work from last week to see what my block 1 kids need to be working on. That way I can input that while they are at enrichment tomorrow onto the Google Classroom slide, so they are able to work on it if they finish the Scoot. And I will have to tape these up tomorrow morning around the room. So I'm ready to go. Okay, the first thing I want to talk about is how stunning the sunset is. Every single time I come outside, oh my gosh, it is just glorious. Second thing is the current temperature is 54 degrees. Today we had a 3-hour delayed opening due to ice. Oh, North Carolina. You make me laugh. Third of all, can we please talk about how that Alabama game was last night? Thank goodness they won. I was so nervous, but it was such a great game. If you love Alabama, roll Tide. Hey guys, I didn't get to say good morning today. It is after school, after my meeting, currently 4:19. Today was our first legitimate full day. Well, not legitimate. It was our first full day back at school since break, but the kids had enrichment all morning. So I still really haven't taught all day, and it's kind of nice because tomorrow is our legitimate first full day, but I'm giving a test. So right now, I should have done this a while ago, but I never found the time. I'm just making an anchor chart to pop up. I made this one and then realized I only had one step. So I'm just going to make another one, but I'm having the same numbers match in color so they can see where they fall on both of their models. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm using my Silly Scent markers from Crayola. They're not great, but I mean, I have them, so I'm gonna use them. So this is what I came up with. I really like how it turned out. Like I said, I did the same problem here and here, and I put like I was gonna say denominators, dividends in the same color, divisors in the same color, numbers in the middle, and the numbers were multiplying on the outside, answers in the same color. So yeah, I like how it turned out. I'm kind of upset because I never put my division vocabulary and definitions up here, but I find that my kids are struggling with these words still a lot more, so I'm going to leave those up, and I'm just going to pop my division words right up onto my word wall. Really hope there's no more D words in 4th grade. I am grading our quiz that we took last week that kids are still finishing up since the days have been so short. They finished during their computer lab time in enrichment. That's kind of like their study hall time. So I have been meaning to do this for a while, but I haven't been able to get around to it. I just quickly made this up, and I printed 3 to a page and cut them all up. This is what I'm going to hand to kids when they say they're done with their test. It just says everything that I would basically say to them, so it'll take time away from me repeating that over and over and over again. And this will also hopefully really help my kids who make silly mistakes. My kids who finish super quick, and I tell them to check it over, but do they really? So I made this so they can go through and check off each one. Whether they do that or not, I guess we'll find out how honest they are. But I'm excited to see how this works, because having high expectations for your kids helps them achieve greatness. That sounded like a really cheesy quote, but it's the truth. And I'm starting to get the hang of it, so I'm getting really excited. I'm getting back on my teacher grind, guys, because I was in a slump for a few days there. Good morning, guys. Why can you barely see me? I have to figure out these settings on my camera, but got an email. It is 43 degrees outside. It's so weird going from like freezing cold to not even really having to warm up your car. And the other day, I think I told you guys, but when we had our delayed opening, I got in my car after school and I like auto started it. I got in my car and my air conditioning was on because it was so hot outside. North Carolina weather, man. It's so weird. The past few days getting up at 6. Like, I set my alarm for 5:30 and I can't get up until 6:30. Oh my goodness, I sleep so heavy, like, which is a good thing, but also it's so hard to get out of bed. Oh gosh, I like stumble around the house for some time before I actually get going. But I drank my coffee at home today, so I don't have another cup to carry, which is nice because I did get up a little bit earlier than yesterday. I didn't grab something for breakfast, but I'll just drink lots of water. I'll be okay. Yeah, today is test day and I have to print some stuff out for science so I can hopefully get another grade in this week, because grades are due next week, and because of our delays and early dismissals, we have not had a ton of science time. So hopefully we get to science today. Actually, of course we will, but those kids who are still testing, I'm gonna let them finish throughout science because I'm over trying to find time for them to actually finish. So I'd rather have them just have that time throughout. All right, I will see you guys when I get to school. Wish I showed you a before, but I just had a whole stack of junk here that's been sitting here since the beginning of the year that I just went through. I'm not using all of my drawers, but I'm definitely going to make labels tonight for the ones that the kids use because they always forget what goes where, and I just had an epiphany today, like, why haven't I labeled it? So down here, I'm using this just as an extra drawer. These are like extra games that I've made but haven't done anything with yet, and not sure if I'm actually going to do anything with. Stuff from a PBL, and all of my dry erase sleeves are just in there at the bottom, because those are what were sitting here with papers in them that we used at the beginning of the year but clearly are not using. So I just tossed the stuff that was in there, pulled out my binder here because this has my area and perimeter stuff, my standards that I need because I'm switching out my board. As you can see, even though I just put stuff on the board wall yesterday, I added more today because I took the multiples and factors out and put the area and perimeter stuff in. Tomorrow is Friday, of course, so I'm starting area and perimeter tomorrow. And our word wall is finally growing. I love it so much. So this is now coming out of the closet. This is something I bought on Teachers Pay Teachers, a guided math bundle. It was like $70 during the sale. So I love the vocabulary it came with. If anything, I'm glad I got it for the vocab because that's mostly what I've been using from it. I used more of the pages at the beginning of the year, but I've kind of steered away from them. But these standards came from a free thing. I don't remember where I got them, but if I have it linked in an old video, I'll try to find it for you guys. It's all 4th grade. But I have the standards in the binder based on the topics that are in the binder. Obviously, this was organized for 4th quarter, but we are teaching it now because that's how it is in our pacing. I just have to find my standard for area and perimeter. I can use what I know about area and perimeter to solve real-world problems involving rectangles. I love these because they have pictures with them, and I have an ESL cluster this year, so it's awesome. And I just take this, it's copied on printer paper, and slide it right into my standard pocket. Now that I will change out, but for now it is there. And since this is the current topic I'm working on, I like to take this binder and keep it behind my desk now so I could pull it for my standards and other vocabulary. All right, so I'm gonna have to crop some of this so you don't see any names, but I just wanted to show you Mastery Connect. So this is the screen where I scan, and I literally just hold up the test, and sometimes this will pop up because it's confused about some questions, so I just have to make sure the answers, sometimes when the kids don't erase their bubbles all the way, it's good, and then it comes up with the score, and if they got them wrong they would be red, and it's literally that simple. So if you were having the students scan this, you could press this next student button, and then it clears it and it's ready for the next kid to go. All right, so here's everything I'm taking home. All stuff to see, plan a fantastic first area and perimeter lesson tomorrow, and tests to analyze. I just need to grab my grade book and I'm gonna head out. Hey guys, happy Friday. I wasn't really able to film today. I got into school a little bit earlier, but I had to make copies for today. We started area and perimeter, and I feel really good about how it all went. Most of it was review today, but I did throw some multi-step word problems at them, and I'm excited that I started that way so that they see it from the beginning. So right now I'm just finishing up grading my tests like I showed you guys yesterday. Hey guys, I just wanted to close out my vlog because I didn't get a chance to yesterday. It is Saturday. As you can see, we are packing. We get to move into our new apartment next week. So I'm really excited and we're very anxious and ready. So if you're curious, I had my weigh-in, my first weigh-in today for Weight Watchers, and I lost 4 pounds my first week on the program. So if you want me to keep updating or whatever part of that you guys are interested in, don't forget to let me know down below so I know what you want to see in my future videos. And I hope you all enjoy your 3-day weekend, and I will see you next week in my vlog. Bye.